Hey, it's Sarah. I'm really glad you decided to come back tonight. And as always, think of my voice as a lantern in the dark lighting up just the next few steps so you're not quite so alone. And I'm not here to fix anything. I'm just here to sit with you for a few minutes in whatever it is that you're carrying. So it's Saturday night, and there's something about Saturday nights, isn't there? The week's over, the noise quiets down, and in that quiet, sometimes something surfaces that was really easy to outrun when you were busy all week. And maybe it's surfacing right now. Maybe it's been surfacing for a while now. And maybe you've been carrying it longer than you want to admit. And I'm wondering if you had a picture of your life, and you don't have to name it out loud. You know what it was. The relationship that was supposed to work, or the version of yourself you were supposed to have become by now. And the feeling, that solid, settled, finally feeling that was supposed to be here already, but it isn't. And maybe somewhere along the way, maybe slowly, maybe all at once, you realize the picture didn't match the window. And the gap between what you imagined and what is, that's not failure. That's just the cost of being someone who felt things deeply enough to hope. And there's this grief that doesn't have a funeral. Nobody sends flowers for the life you thought you'd be living. And nobody sits with you in the loss of the version of yourself you were so certain you'd become. And the chapter that was supposed to look different. And the relationship that was supposed to last. And the moment you realize the picture had been quietly revised without your permission or awareness. But it's real. And it lives in your body, in these quiet moments, in the Saturday nights, in the spaces between what is and what you imagined. And you're allowed to grieve the life you thought you'd have by now. You're allowed to let that be real without it meaning that something is broken in you. And that picture you had, the one that didn't come true, was drawn by a version of you who was working with what they had at the time. They didn't have everything that you have now, the things that you've learned, the things that you've survived, the experiences you've gone through, and the parts of yourself you've had to look at in the dark and decide what to do with. That version of you drew the best picture that they could with the colors that they had. But you have different colors now. And the picture you're drawing today, even if you can't see it yet, is being drawn by someone who knows more about what's actually true. And you don't have to figure it out right now. You don't have to have it all figured out, period. And you don't have to know what the new picture looks like or feel hopeful about it yet, or even be ready to start drawing it yet. You can just be here in the dark at the end of a week that happened, whatever it held for you. And you're still here. And you're still feeling things, and you're still honest enough with yourself to sit in the quiet instead of running from it. And that is so much. That is not a small thing. That is the whole work happening right now in you. And that life that you thought you'd have by now, maybe it was always just a placeholder, like a rough draft. Something drawn before you knew what you actually needed and what you actually wanted. And even deeper than that, who you really wanted to be in the world. So what's coming is being written right now by you in the dark, one honest moment at a time. So I'm going to leave the lantern right here next to you. And you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to figure anything out tonight. You can just rest. Rest and allow your mind to wander into the realms of what do you want now? Just let yourself daydream and have a little bit of that sunshine. And in fact, keep that lantern right next to you and use that light to be the sunshine for you until you are able to step into it on your own. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.